Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles Swiss. In today's video, I'll be making this beautiful dress at the picture. So guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload a new video. So guys, I'll be combining these two fabrics together. This is an English fabric, while this is Ankara fabric or African fabric. This will be the down part, and the pockets is going to have pockets, that is front pocket. So I will use it and make design. If you look at the picture, you will see this will be the design, while this will be the main dress. Okay, so guys, the first thing I'll do is to cut out from this main fabric before I'll go in for this African fabric. I've folded my fabric in a bias form. The first thing I will do before I go to the length of the dress is to mark the shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches divided into 2 will give me 8 inches. So I will mark for the shoulder. I will trace where this is 8 inches here. So I will go ahead and put a straight line. So this is the shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. It stops here. So I'll go ahead and mark for the armhole. I'll measure 9 inches for the armhole. So I'll join the lines together using my straight ruler. Now the length of the dress is 62 inches. Because I'll be adding a little fabric at the down part using that African fabric I showed you. Now the length is 62 inches. Then I'll minus, for this fabric I'll be cutting 45 inches. So if I minus 45 from 62, it will give me 17. That is, the 17 inches will be the African fabric. So I'll go ahead and measure 45 inches, and I'll add extra 1 inch for the joining at the upper and the downside. So because it's a maxi dress, I added, instead of adding 1 inch, I added 2 inches. So that if it's much, I'll just have to reduce it. So I'm marking 47 inches for the length. Now the bust measurement is 43 inches. 43 inches. Then under the armhole is 43 inches divided into 4 will give me 10.8 inches. This is 10.8 inches. I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches. Now the waist, for the waist is 17 inches and the hips 25 inches. From the waist you measure 9 inches. At this point, which is the waist, I will place the waist measurement. The waist measurement is 40 inches divided into 4 will give me 10 inches. Then I'll add extra 2 inches allowance. Then the hips is 44 inches. 44 divided by 4 will give me 11 inches. This is 11 inches here. Then I'll add extra 2 inches as well. So at the down here, I will measure depending on how full you want the down part to come out. Okay. For the down here, I will measure like 20 inches. Then I'll go ahead and join it with my straight ruler. For the neckline, I will mark 3 inches. This will be the front neckline. If you look at the picture, it's a high neckline. For the front, I will make it 1.5. That is 3 inches by 1.5. So So I'll cut it out. I'm not gonna cut the neckline until I cut the back pieces. For the armhole, I will mark 2 inches from this point. I hope you can see it because this fabric does not accept chalk. So I'll go ahead and cut out the body. So you can see I've cut it out. I'll place it on the fabric to cut out for the back pieces. I've placed it on another fabric to cut out the back pieces. Now I'm trying to use my pin to secure it so that it will not shift while cutting. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now the neckline, the front before I marked 1.5, but now I want to use 1 inch. So the front, I'm using 1 inch for the neckline, while the back I will use half an inch. Is a very high neck by 3 inches. Now I've cut out for the main body. So I later use, for the neckline I use 1 inch for the front and 1 inch for the back. So I'll go ahead and fold it. Now the next thing I'll be cutting will be the sleeve. Now the sleeve length is 11 inches. The sleeve length is 11 inches. I will be adding extra 2 inches allowance to make it 13 inches. Don't mind this fabric. I'm trying to make everything show correctly, but the fabric is resisting the chalk. I'll go ahead and mark with my straight ruler. I hope you can see it clearly from this point. Now, the round sleeve at the upper side is 15 inches, while at the lower side is 11 inches. So 15 divided into 2 will give me 7.5 inches. This 7.5 inches, and I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inch allowance. It's not having any lining. Okay, so for the down part I will is 11 inches. That is 5.5 inches plus 1 inch. Now the round sleeve at the upper side is 15 inches divided into 2 will give me 7.5 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. At the lower side, the round sleeve is 5.5 inches plus 1 inch, making it 6.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and join the lines together. Okay. And from this side, I'll mark 4 inches here. I'll go ahead and curve it. Hope you can see it clearly. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. To cut out the second one. So guys, we are done with the body of the dress and the sleeve. Now the length of the dress is 62. I will remove 45. The remaining inches there is 17 inches. So 62 minus 45 will give me 17 inches. So I'll be cutting 17 inches on this African fabric. So I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inch here. I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inch So for the length of the fabric, this is the 9 inches of length. I'll be cutting it into two because I'll be at the down part. I wanted it to be very full. So I'll go ahead and cut it out into two pieces. That is 69 times 2. I want it to be very full, so I'm cutting 69 times 2. So I'll be cutting the length of this fabric into two pieces. At the end, I will join it together to have a very full plait at the down part. I want to cut out for the pocket first. For the pocket, I want this flower design at the pocket. So I want different design for the pocket. One side will be this black background, another side will be the flowered background. So I'll be marking 3 inches. I don't want it too wide, it's just 5 inches. So I'll add extra 1 inch. That is 3 inches by 6 inches. Okay, we'll make it, because of the folding at the upper side, I will make it 8 inches. This will be one side of the pocket. Then I'll pick another design, which is this flower design here. So these are the two pockets with different designs. You can see. Okay, this will be the pocket, and I have another small pocket at the upper side. Now you can make it as badge. You can make it, if you look at the picture very well. At this time, this one will be smaller. This is 2.5. So we are done with the pockets. So have another one before I cut out the ruffle at the down part, which is the pleat. There's another portion of fabric at the middle. If you check it very well, you see at the middle have a very long small piece of fabric on it. So at this point, I will use the measurement at the main dress, which is I use 48 inches or 49. So I'll be cutting 1 inch on fold. That is 2 inches altogether. I'll be folding it at the end. I'll be having only 1 inch. It's very tiny. So I'll cut, to be on a safe side. I'll make it very long so that by the time I'm done, I will go ahead and cut off the excess. I measured 18 inches, so I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'll go ahead and divide it into two. I've really cut out all the pieces I need. So guys, I've cut out all the parts. So this is the main body of the dress and the sleeve. This is the down part. This is the center attachment the one I will sew at the middle of the dress, and these are the pocket. This will be the first pocket, and the second, this one can serve as a badge or a pocket as well, anyhow you want it. For the high neckline, the band of it, I'll be cutting it after sewing. That is when I might have joined both the front and the back pieces together. So the first thing I'll do in the sewing aspect is to join this side. I will join it together and make a very big plaint that will contain the down part of the dress. Okay, I have to plaint this to contain the down part of the dress. You can either join it separately, since we are having the same measurement for each one. Use one to plaint the front or the back, or you can do it by joining. After joining the two bodies together, you then plaint it randomly, plaint it together. Okay, so the next thing will be the neckline, because it's a high neckline. So you either decide to use zipper or you put a slit. It must have an opening. It's a high neckline, so we'll put zipper. And as well, we forgot to add the shoulder slant. Very important. I will slant the shoulder now. So I will cut out the shoulder slant now. For the back, I'll add slits to ease for easy wearing. Okay, so I'll mark 7 inches for the slits. Because it's a high neckline, I'll mark 7 inches. Then I'll go ahead and open it up. So this for the back. So the next thing I'll do is to cut out facing for both front and the back pieces. For the facing, after removing the 7 inches, I'll go ahead and add 4 inches here. At this point, I'll curve it down to the shoulder line. Then I'll open it up to that 7 inches. So this is the right side of the fabric. I'll go ahead and place the right side facing each other. So after placing it like so, I'll just sew only this slit. I will not sew the neckline because we'll be joining band to it. So I'll place it like so and sew through the slit side only, leaving this side, after which I will turn it, notch all the edges and turn it to the right side. Okay, after then I'll top stitch. So the one I did first was the back. Now I want to cut the facing for the front. So if you want, you can leave it like so, but because I want it to be thick at the front side, I don't want it to be too transparent at the neckline while joining the neck, that high neckline band. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and sew through without adding a facing. Okay, but this one is not really necessary. It's not really necessary. If you want, you can omit it. But if you want it to be thick on the neckline, just go ahead and cut out a facing on it. But we'll not be turning it. We just top stitch. That's the good part of this side. You just top stitch on it. You are not turning it to the other side. So this is the right side of the fabric. Okay, so you place it at the wrong side. If you want, is I told you is optional. This is really optional. You want, just place it like so, just to make the neckline thick. Just to make it thick, we are just top stitching. We are not turning it. Okay, just have to top stitch on it just to make the neckline thick. You can see is a light fabric. After joining the neckline and sewing through the slits, next step is to join the shoulder lines together. The two shoulder lines, I'll join it together, attach the sleeve and join the sleeve as well, after which I will close it up all together with 1 inch. So the other inch will be the allowance. I'll go ahead and close it up with 1 inch on the two sides. I'll go ahead and close the two sides with 1 inch. After closing it, the next thing we'll be doing is to, I will already join these together and plain so that I will measure the down part. By the time I join it, I will measure this round down part. I will plaint this at the down part of the fabric. That should be the next thing to do. The pocket and the center, the neckline, the pocket and the center design will be after this. So I'll show you how to do the next. So guys, I've joined the clothes at the shoulder. I first of all turn the neckline. You can see this is the back slit. I top stitch at the neckline front, then I went ahead to add the two sleeves and close it up. So the next thing I'll do, I've folded these pieces that I cut, I sewed it and turned it to the right side. What I did now is to, the seam line, I face it down. You can see I make sure that it's at the middle and I face it down. I'll place it, I've already marked the center of the dress. I marked it down to the hemline. So what I will do now is to top stitch on it. I'll go ahead and sew through the down part. So after it, the next thing is to, I've already joined this part that I cut out. I've already joined it, you can see. So I'll go ahead and plaint this one to the down part. I'm going to go ahead and plaint it round the down part and hem the mouth as well. Now for the pocket will be, if you check the picture, you see the pocket is at the front. There is one at this side, at the upper side, and one at the lower side. Okay, so this is the pocket. The next thing I'll do is to measure out the length where I want the pocket to be. From this point, so I want the pocket to be at this point. This is 17 inches. I'll place it here like so. Well, first of all, fold it, then go ahead and fold the two sides. The same thing I'll do to the second side. On the shoulder, measure 7 inches. These are the two pockets that I cut. You can make this upper part as badge, you can make it as pocket, whichever one you choose. But I'll be making it as a pocket, okay? I've folded the mouth of the pocket, you can see, and I've placed it like so. So I'll go ahead and fix it. So I'll go ahead and place the second one. Go ahead and measure 5 inches. From this point, I was will fold it in and fold it in again. So for this particular one, I'll place it, the small pocket, I'll go ahead and place it here. From this point, I'll measure, this is the midpoint here. I'll go ahead and measure 3.5 inches. The same thing. So I'll go ahead and fix the pockets like so, and as well top stitch on this center one, then plant the down parts. After which I will show you the next thing we'll do, which will be the neckline. I've fixed the two pockets. The last thing I'll be doing will be the neckline. So I'll go ahead and measure round this neckline, which is 13 inches. You can see. So I'll be cutting on this fabric. So 13 divided into 2 will give me 6 inches. You can just fold it like so, so that we'll not be having any cut at the center. I'll just mark the radius of 5 inches here, round. The height of the neckline will be 1 inch. I will make it 1.5 inches so that after sewing it will end up in 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now cut it into 2. So guys, this will be the neckline. The one that has cuts will be at the back, at the inside, while the one that doesn't have cuts will be the main one that will be at outer parts. So I'll join this here. After joining, I'll sew through, close up these two edges, then run it down. After which I will determine the center, notch the center, then notch the center of the neckline as well. Then from this point here, I'll take it round. Then from this center, I'll take it round the neckline. The same thing to the other side. Then I'll close it up. The dress is ready. So after which I'll go ahead and fix my hook and eye, the neck region, in order to close up the neckline. I hope this video is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Give it a thumbs up, share to your friends, and bye until I see my next video.